Hey guys, Albert here with Toolmoto, and as you know, my new YouTube channel here, and so the name of the channel is Toolmoto, so I thought it'd be real appropriate to start out with a tool video. So I'm a tool junkie. I love tools. Growing up, whenever we were working on things, when my dad had a project going on, he always had me and my brothers helping him. And so he took that opportunity to teach us about tools and how to work on things. And that has stuck. I love tools. I'm a tool junkie. I love any opportunity to go and acquire a new tool. So the tool that I want to show you today is a tool that I don't use all the time, but when I use it, I just love it. Okay? And what I'm talking about is a temperature gun. A temperature gun, really? Yeah, I think this is a great tool to have in your arsenal, in your toolbox. This could be used for a lot of things, from air conditioning to automotive to tuning on an engine. And these are really handy. So if, most of you have probably seen these before. It's got a trigger on it, and it has a little laser pointer, and whatever you put that laser on, it's pretty much going to read that temperature. And so I remember when these came out, when these first started being commercially available, maybe 25 years ago, maybe close to 30 years ago now. These things were quite expensive. I want to say these things cost nearly $500, $300, $400, $500 for one of these. Nowadays, you can buy one of these for probably in the neighborhood of $25 or less. I want to say that I've seen these on sale at Harbor Freight for less than $20. I could be wrong about that, but I know that they're quite cheap. I bought this one 4, 5, 6 years ago, maybe longer. This is a Raytech Mini Temp, and I think I paid $80 for this when I bought it. And I haven't used it a whole lot, but I used it for a lot of things. When we first had one of these at the motorcycle dealership, what we used it for was on four-cylinder motorcycles or multi-cylinder motorcycles. One of the things, if you've got a vintage motorcycle, multi-cylinder motorcycle that you're working on, especially if you're doing a carb job or something like that, anytime I put carbs back on a multi-cylinder motorcycle, I've just cleaned carburetors, I'll get my Temp Gun out, and what I'll do is I'll take this and put it on each exhaust head pipe to read that header temperature. And so what I want to do is make sure that it's not really hot. If I've got a cylinder that's running really hot, then I know I've got a lean condition on that cylinder really quickly and easily just by measuring the temperature. So on if you're working on a motorcycle that you're doing a carb job or something on, take your Temp Gun out, put it on those head pipes. If you've got one that's 700 degrees or upwards of that, then you're probably running lean. I've seen them as high as 1,000 degrees before. Now, if you've got a motorcycle that you're working on and has chrome pipes, this reflects off of the chrome and you're not going to get a good reading. I have in some cases taken a little shot of spray paint and put on the pipe on some bikes. That could damage the chrome if you're working on an expensive or a really vintage motorcycle, so you may not want to do that. But and then if you've got one and you're running, it's just not running right, you think you've got a dead cylinder, with your Temp Gun you can find that cylinder that's cold and not running very easily. And so another good thing you can do with your temperature gun. And what made me think to do this is I'm putting the supercharger kit on my Mustang. I did the first startup on it. It's a new intake manifold, some new cooling hoses, and so I was using this to check temperatures around the engine and watching the water flow. It has a new thermostat. I wanted to make sure the thermostat was opening, and I was using the temperature gun to do this. And so that was kind of what brought this to mind. Now, one day I was cooking something. I don't remember what I was cooking, but something. I was following a recipe, and I was just cooking it. I wanted to see what the temperature of my pan was. So I came out of the garage, got my Temp Gun, and I was measuring temperature. My wife walks in the kitchen and she says, "What is that, and what are you doing?" And so I explained to her what it was. She thought it was pretty cool. And so next time that Harbor Freight had these on sale, I went and bought her one. So she now has one of these in the kitchen with her kitchen utensils in a drawer. And so I thought the other thing we might do with this video is I kind of did a little comparison with these and found out that they really are pretty close. For most of the part, one's reading 86, one's reading 84. And I checked them around on a few other things. I have a little fan in here on the floor, and I put it on the motor, and they were within a degree or two of each other. So I think for most of the things we're going to do here in the garage, you'd be perfectly fine to pick up one of these Harbor Freight Temp Guns, especially when they have them on sale, and put that in your toolbox. I think that's a great addition to your toolbox, a mini Temp Gun. Well, this is Albert for Tool Moto. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. The more feedback I get from you guys, the more excited I am about making more videos. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.